This is Wicked Rhody, a wicked good podcast about Rhode Island events and life. Hey everybody, welcome. My name's Mary Larson.
And I'm Ben DeCastro. Thank you so much for tuning in and joining us on this Easter weekend edition of Wicked Rhody. You know, and as we were going through, we were just saying, as we're going through the events that line up, you know, and we get event suggestions from listeners, which you can always reach out to us and send us ideas and information and whatnot. We get events from postings on Facebook, from different community calendars, like over at Cardi's Furniture. They got a great community calendar. Or just the hot spots that we know of, you know, like Stadium Theater, Trinity, PPAC, The Dunk, all those
staples,
places.
Yeah.
So we try to combine all that stuff along with just what we know being locals, being lifelong Rhode Islanders. This weekend there's not a lot going on. So that's going to do it for our episode. Thanks so much for tuning in. No, because it's Easter. And obviously Sunday is a total wash. Mm-hmm. Saturday, there are some events going on, but I just think that everybody is it's such an early Easter.
I know. It's such a surprise.
Yeah, I mean, if it was later, last year it was like the 11th and 12th or something like that. It was later last year. And I feel like if it's later, then on the Saturday, you know, people do the 5K road races and stuff.
Yes.
But we're still in March.
We're freezing.
Exactly. Easter is on April 1st, which leads us to another conversation. Are we just over the April Fool's thing altogether now or what?
It might be our age. I feel like other people still like April Fools.
Really?
I do. I really do.
I've never been a big fan of it.
Really?
I'm not a big practical jokes kind of like.
Okay.
Like I don't have my friends know not to mess with me.
Okay.
Like, don't lock me in a bathroom. I will get out.
Yes.
And I will cause property destruction, and I won't pay for it. It's whoever locked me in there will pay for it. Okay.
I love it.
I don't mess with my clothes. Don't mess with my food.
Oh, I'm a practical jokester.
Yeah. No, I don't do any of that stuff. Listen, you want to throw a train horn under somewhere, hide it, and then let it rip. Okay, that's funny. But when you start when you entrap me or mess with my food,
oh gosh,
I will commit felonies.
Speaking of food, one of the best Easter-related April Fool's jokes that I've seen is those little, maybe they're Cadbury, but they're all chocolate. They're not filled, but they're the little, bird's nest eggs, the smaller ones, not the giant. The mini eggs.
Cadbury minis.
You unwrap those,
yes,
and then you wrap grapes in the wrappers.
Yeah. I mean, no. I don't eat those in general to begin with. Susan, though.
You don't eat the mini eggs?
I don't do candy.
Oh my
I'm a miserable person. Oh, if you haven't figured that out.
Seasonal candy is one of my favorite things in life. I am so sad that after this, I have to wait until candy corn season.
After 36 years of life, that's the first time I've ever heard the term seasonal candy used.
You have not hung out with me enough during the holidays then. Between candy
we spend so much time together,
corn.
though. I mean, we record every week. How have I missed this?
Jelly beans are probably my second most favorite seasonal candy coming after candy canes.
Really?
Yes.
Candy canes.
Candy canes are first.
Where does candy corn rank?
It's the last one, except candy corn pumpkins can rival jelly beans.
Really?
I don't like the candy corn as much as the candy pumpkins, but the candy corn's in the bottom, but I will still eat it. The jelly beans, CVS better watch out on Monday morning. That's all I can say.
All right.
I'm going to be in there.
I think the only candy I ever really liked were the Werther's Original. Now, I know I sound like an old man, but that's what my grandfather used to always have.
Okay.
Werther's Original. Loved them.
What
Still
about Canadian mints? That's another oldie.
I don't know Canadian mints. But, my grandparents never had this issue, but I know of people who had, like, their grandparents or other people in their lives when they were kids, older people would have, like, chunks of black licorice laying around,
Ew.
which is, disgusting.
Yeah.
So, well, hopefully if you're out and about, maybe you're at an Easter egg hunt, you don't find any chunks of, black licorice. You find the happy seasonal candy that you've been hoping for.
Yes.
If you tuned in while you're doing that or working, getting errands done, just sit back, listen, and enjoy the episode. If you hear something that piques your interest, we'll have all the links and info for you in the show notes on our website, wickedroadypodcast.com.
I liked your little singing there. .com.
Yeah, it's a throwback to the old Expedia.
That was it. Yeah.
Advertising.
I love it. So what is your wicked interesting pick for this week?
Speaking of singing, there is a Queen tribute act going to be taking place at the Stadium Theater on March 31st. That's right, Saturday night, 8 p.m. Fans of the legendary rock group Queen are in for the night of their lives as One Night of Queen show returns to the Stadium Theater. It's Gary Mullen and the works of the world's premier Queen tribute band. They will rock you like no other to Another One Bites the Dust.
Love it.
Killer Queen, Flash. I'm sure Paradise by the... Oh, no, it's not. It's all the, Bohemian Rhapsody. I'm sure it will
Staple
all be
Queen.
Huge. My buddy Jameson Boyce, who is a piano player, very talented musician. He's a professor for the LA Music School for film scoring, the branch that's down in Orlando, Florida. He is a huge Queen fan.
Awesome.
And I have a feeling that if I were to send this to him, he would hop on that Southwest flight to get up from Orlando to TF Green
That's
Airport to
awesome.
check it out. But this is really, if you go online, if you go to the website, they have some great videos of this group, and they're the real deal. So if you are a Queen fan, if you're looking for something fun to do on Saturday night, of course, our friends at the Stadium Theater always show you a great time.
Yeah.
It is always a world-class experience when you go up there to Woonsocket. Only 15 minutes, not even. 15 minutes north of Providence. So, folks, go check it out. 8 o'clock, March 31st. That is our wicked interesting pick of the week, Queen tribute at the Stadium Theater, not Queen. Oh, that'd be awesome, though. But now here's our wicked fun in the 401.
Ben, when you look around my recording studio, you can see we have an assortment of Funko Pop dolls.
Yes.
I have 3 Harry Potter characters. We've got a character from Outlander, Star Wars, and Battlestar Galactica. And for any of you who are doubting that I'm a complete nerd, there you go. There's your answer.
Well, people can... Well, you guys, you podcast a few other shows which people can watch actual video of. So they just go to your page, Minute with Mary. You can see all the links there.
Yeah, so you can even see the inside look to our studio. But Funko Pop dolls, they're like a big thing. They're a really big thing. And people collect them. They use them to decorate their offices, their walls. But the problem is when some of these designs, when some of these characters go out, they are out for good.
Forever.
And you need to beg, steal, barter, and trade these Funko Pops to get the ones that you're looking for.
You know what that means when they run out?
What?
That just means the leftover parts they were making it with, they've exhausted the supply. That's all.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
Like the hats?
Yeah. It's just, we found this little, I mean, they're kind of square, boxy heads.
Yeah.
You know, they ran out of like that specific size, that specific model. It's just leftover crap people buy. It's like fidget spinners. We got a bunch of gears and stuff. No, but they are very adorable and
they're super cute.
Absolutely. If you would like to send your Funko Pop.
So they're going to be having a Rhode Island Pop Swap at the Shelter Arcade Bar, and that, of course, is in Providence. This is their second ever Funko Pop Swap. I just think that's really fun to say. So you get to bring your pops that you would like to trade with other collectors, or you can just go hang and meet with other enthusiasts. So really, this is a big time thing. You find it at Barnes & Noble, at different gaming collecting places, in the malls and stuff like that. So Funko Pops are really, really big, and if you do have a collection, or if you just want to see some people who have some pretty awesome Funko Pops, you're going to want to check it out. It is next Thursday, April 5th at 7 p.m. I'm giving you a heads up because it is Easter weekend this weekend, and you might want to make this plan a little early. Yeah,
well, that's at the Shelter Arcade Bar.
Yes.
Yeah, that's a really cool happening place. It's really... they've done a lot of different things there to really make it like an old school arcade.
Yeah,
Love it. All right, the Easter Bunny, ladies and gentlemen. If you still haven't had a chance to hook up with the Easter Bunny yet, the Easter Bunny will be at the Carousel Village at Roger Williams Park Zoo this Friday and Saturday, March 30th and 31st. From 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. Now, Good Friday, are schools still in session, or some schools are out?
Some schools are out.
Some schools are in. So if you've got little ones and you haven't had a chance to get over to see the Easter Bunny yet, it's only $5 per child. And, of course, you know that when you go to the Roger Williams Park Zoo Carousel Village there, they have that amazing Hasbro Boundless playground.
It's great.
It's unbelievable. bring your camera. Bring your camera. And do yourselves a favor, folks. When you're standing in line, use that opportunity to look at your camera roll on your phone and say, hey, do I have enough space here to take photos? Because there's nothing worse than going to snap a photo, a second or third or a fourth photo, and it says, your camera is full. You must delete some photos.
Yep.
Everybody behind you will be, they will turn. They will start throwing Easter eggs at you.
You know what else you should do if you are going to be taking a picture with the Easter Bunny is to thank the Easter Bunny. I dressed up in that costume. There's that market down in South County. It begins with a B, Belmont Market down in Wakefield.
Yep.
One spring in my college career when I was poor, I was the Easter Bunny at Belmont Market, and I would just walk around handing out candy. And let me tell you, the Easter Bunny costume, it's really hot.
Yeah. It looks like it's furry.
Yeah.
It's furry.
It's a whole,
Hey, it beats the old school costumes where it looked like it was the old school Jason hockey mask stuff. So, I mean, let's be happy about some things. So that's happening Friday and Saturday at the Carousel Village. It's at Roger Williams Park. All part of the whole big complex there. Of course, you can always go to the zoo, which is just
it's right there.
Always an amazing visit there.
Exactly.
No two visits are ever the same.
Okay, want to have an experience that is not the same, not the ones that you're kind of used to?
Sure.
Do you know about fermentation? You know, doesn't that just sound yummy? Believe it or not? No.
I am.
Do you dabble in fermented drinks?
No.
You don't?
I don't drink.
Anything?
Milk, water.
Oh no, not like
water,
it's
coffee.
not an alcoholic drink.
Oh.
It's actually I have one right here. This kind of stuff like kombucha or whatever.
Oh yes.
Supposedly it's supposed to help your gut health when you drink things made with kimchi, and this is all like fermented stuff. But basically, Pilot Works in Providence, they're going to be having a fermentation class, which I am so interested in because all of my more crunchy friends,
or your orgy friends.
Yeah, they drink this stuff and they're like, this is how you help your gut. This is how you feel better. This can make you feel amazing. And I'm like, okay, I'll drink this stuff. So you will go home from this event with some treats.
Is this your first drink?
No, I've drank this stuff all the time.
Okay, is it helping?
I have no idea.
Well, there you go.
I should have.
Maybe you need to go to the class to do it a different way.
I think I need to know what it is that it is doing to me.
Yeah.
But as I said, these people have been telling me great things about it. And you can also ferment like some pickles and mead and honey and even fermented garlic. So there's different things that you can ferment and then ingest at some point. So this is a whole class about how to do this. You can make this on your own at your home.
Will they be making stuff there?
Yeah. You're going to learn how to make it and take it home and get all these recipes. I'm saying this because I feel like this is like a really big popular thing that a lot of people are either drinking or they're even making at home. And I myself want to know, how is this made and like how does this benefit me? Because it's all the rage and I keep buying it at Trader Joe's. I don't really know what it's supposed to be doing, but all my friends are saying it's awesome. So the fermentation class.
If all your friends were jumping off the the highway bridge, would you do that too?
No, but I could use a healthier gut. So whatever kimchi is, I'm on board.
Give her my regards. All right. The Harlem Globetrotters. We should be playing Sweet Georgia Brown in the background. The Harlem Globetrotters coming to the Dunk on Saturday, March 31st. They've got two shows, 2 p.m. and 7 p.m. Of course, you know the Harlem Globetrotters, right? Old. Exactly. They'll be facing those revamped Washington Generals team, which recently lost. They launched a more competitive profile. So they've done these different rules. They do these different trick shots and everything. I mean, this is literally a put it to you this way: the Washington Generals.
Okay.
They're looking to snap a 47-year losing streak against the world famous Harlem Globetrotters.
Bring it.
So you've got to check it out. Plus, they've got some female stars as well. So it's not just guys. It is females on the court as well. And, of course, you always enjoy the show. It's a wonderful show. Very family-friendly. They do those trick shots. And your former coworker, Kayla Johnson, was the first person to ever hit the 4-point shot. So in basketball, and I only know this because, you know, I've watched very little. They have that little half ring where it's a 3-point shot.
Yes.
They did this 4-point shot, which is practically from half court.
Correct.
On the floor of the Dunkin' Donuts Center a few years ago, they bring in like guests, you know, from the media and whatnot to play. She nailed the 4-point shot, which she played basketball her whole life. She was just hoping to hit the backboard.
Yes.
It was hilarious. Like, she's running around. The team, the both teams,
yes.
the Generals and the Globetrotters are stunned. Like they just could
Their
not
jaws
believe
dropped.
it.
Yes.
Two of the guys pick her up and carry it. It was like this triumphant hero. And it actually made ESPN, the sports. It made like the top 10. It was hilarious.
I love
right
it.
there at our own Dunkin' Donuts Center here in Rhode Island.
History.
It was awesome. So those two games, 2 p.m. and 7 p.m. It just if you've never seen it, it's a show for all ages.
Yes.
It really is. It's hilarious. It's not like going to a regular basketball game, and it's March Madness.
It's perfect timing. Exactly. So many households have basketball playing pretty much nonstop in their households right now.
We are coming down to the Final Four, so this is a time to check it out. Check it out on Saturday at the Dunkin' Donuts Center, Providence. All right, what do you got for Wicked Family Friendly?
I want you to head on over to Michael's on Route 2 in Warwick, because if you have kids between the ages of 3 and 8, they have this Kids Club Easter treat bags, and that's happening from 10 a.m. to noon on Saturday. So it's the Michael's on Route 2. What you're going to do is you bring your kid there. They're going to do a craft while you shop. They're going to create Easter treat bags along with a bonus Easter Bunny ear project. You can sign up in the store, online, or even just drop in. Now, you do need to remain on the premises during the event. But I love this because if you have crafty kids that you just want to do something with on Saturday morning, and you still need to get some supplies, some decorations, if you're hosting Easter, if you just want to have a moment to yourself, you go on Route 2, you stop by one of the 50 million Dunkin' Donuts, you get yourself a nice coffee, you bring your kids to Michael's, and they're going to be crafting. Well supervised with people who know how to craft, because I myself draw stick figures poorly. So if someone else can help my children learn how to do some nice crafts, and I can peruse this store in peace, that right there, that's a miracle.
Well, I think you also brought you brought up an interesting point, a very important point.
Yes.
Parent, guardian must remain on site during the event. You can't drop your kid and leave.
No.
This is not that kind of a place.
No, correct. You need to stay inside Michael's.
This is not daycare. This is not no.
Nope.
To me, it boggles my mind that people still do that nowadays.
They drop their kids and go?
Oh yeah.
Oh no.
You know where the biggest place people do that is?
Where?
Sunday mornings, church.
Stop it.
Serious.
They drop them off for Sunday school?
Drop them off at Sunday school. They'll come back at the end of, just in the
Where do they go?
I don't know, go shopping, coffee, donuts, you name it. They go.
Oh my gosh.
Oh yeah. Oh, it's a huge problem all across the country.
Oh my God, I had no idea.
It's a big deal, but the same thing happens. They'll drop the kids off at like an organized activity or something.
Yes.
Okay, listen, you go over there and I'll be back, and if you need anything, you just scream. And
oh my gosh!
Don't tell anybody I left you here. And,
yep.
If they ask you where your parents are, just say, "Oh, they're over there. I'm gonna go get them," and then just run. It's crazy.
Stay on the premises.
Yes, please.
Get your coffee ahead of time and just peruse all the aisles of ribbons and markers and pens and paints, and maybe you'll get inspired yourself to get a little crafty at home.
Absolutely.
Perfect.
Folks, as we said in the beginning, everything we talked about today can be found on our website, wickedroadypodcast.com.
You can find us on Facebook and Instagram. If you go to any of these events, any of these awesome egg hunts, or some of them are really gorgeous. They're taking place in like these beautiful places around our state, the mansions, all that kind of stuff. Very fancy Easter egg hunts. My kids are having the cheap plastic ones that I got at the dollar store. So if you have any beautiful photos, fun photos that you want to share, use the hashtag WickedRhody on social media.
Don't forget, folks, if you find it necessary to delete photos while you have everybody waiting in line behind you, I am not suggesting this, but they might take plastic eggs filled with concrete and throw them at you.
Oh, that would be bad news.
I need to go get some concrete and some plastic eggs. I just had that idea. Like, how could you, all right. Hey, if you want advertising information, or you want to sponsor a podcast, or sponsor me getting out of jail after I have to, get arrested for throwing cement at somebody, email us, wickedroadypodcast@gmail.com.
Let's see if the Easter Bunny brings you a basket after
Probably
that, my
won't.
friend. No.
Probably won't.
Until next time, folks, I'm Mary Larson.
And I'm Ben DeCastro.
And you've been listening to Wicked Rhody. We'll have more for you next Thursday.
It'll be April.
It will. Happy Easter for those who celebrate.
Yes, and to all my Jewish friends, happy, Passover. Passover, yeah. You can't buy anything for BH Photo Video right now, so, good luck. Order today.